welcome to this week's edition of Grown Talk with Goddess. I'm Goddess. Truth is out there too. Say hi, Truth. Can't hear us?
Huh?
You got us?
I got you. Yeah.
Oh,
What
okay.
you worried about?
I'm
What?
sorry
No,
because
I
I
mean,
said Truth is
man,
out there too, and you was.
you ain't to say nothing. You was the first time you mentioned my name all day.
That's
Yo.
a damn lie.
What's good, y'all? How's everybody doing? What's
Happy
good,
New
Prodigy?
Year! Happy New Year! Oh my God. So far, what are we? 4 days in, and I can swear I'm like in a crazy ass domestic violence relationship with both of my baby fathers. Um, I've been watching like Deadly Women all day on the ID channel and shit, and I swear to God, I'm almost to the point where I just want to catch them in the bushes, like when they least expect it, and just beat their ass. Damn, my lip gloss is really shiny. But anyway, it's shining today.
He
It's
was
shining.
shooting up, boy. He was shooting up.
Listen, man. So I'm not really happy, but I figured if I wore a shirt that said that I was happy, then I would look happy. And then I put the little headband on, which belongs to my daughter, which I thought was like kind of a cute touch. Anyway, so different show today, guys. I have a very, very, very special guest here with us who is here over the phone from Atlanta. One of my biggest fans. On my way here, I had called him to tell him, like, yo, you know what? Be on standby because we're gonna be doing, the show, and I'm gonna be calling you. And he got instantly sad because he was like, look, I watch your show from my phone, and I'm gonna be talking to you from the phone, so I can't watch the show. And I'm like, oh, Tony. But it's all good because he said he'll watch it again later, so that way I
Well,
can get
it's
my
kind of
view.
better because we'll have him like in like not in studio, but it'd be like firsthand. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
He'll part of it. Everyone to be able to finally hear what this gentleman sounds like. That be writing these paragraphs and
Yeah.
stuff.
So if we can introduce Tony,
There
bring
you
him
go.
on.
What's good, Tom? How you
Hey,
doing?
Hey, what's up, people? How y'all doing?
hey, Tony.
Hey, Carol, what's happening?
How's it going, baby?
Shit, another windy day in the dirty South. It's kind of chilly down here, but I'm pretty sure it ain't as bad as up north.
Yo, it was warm today up here.
Like
We
about
had,
fifties.
yeah, yeah, we
Like
had
about it felt like about 50.
really mild weather today. I'm really happy with today's weather. I was in the
Well,
house all day, so
that's about the same it was down here, but like I said, we just got wind going, so it kind of makes the temperature worse.
okay.
But it's not that bad.
Y'all keep that wind down that way. Up this way, we'll keep the warm weather, warmer than
Listen,
normal.
listen, the wind down here was a rental. We sending that shit right back up to y'all.
Hold on, why you guys say it like it came from us?
Because I know it came from y'all. It either came from y'all or the Atlantic Ocean, but we want no part of it. Y'all can have it.
All good, all good. So I'm excited to have you with me, Tony. You're like one of my biggest fans. You're on watching and commenting and staying active on all of my shows. You're on my Facebook page. You're very supportive. I love you to death. You're a personal friend of mine. So I'm glad to have you here. I wish you were sitting here next to me.
But that's what I was about to say. I don't never. Me personally, I don't consider Tone a fan. I consider him a friend.
Yeah, yeah,
He's been so interactive with every show and posting and everything.
yeah,
People like that, yo, those are friends, man.
yeah,
True
absolutely.
friends.
Yeah, and I love you to death, hun
Yeah,
bun.
yeah, I love you too. I'm proud to be a part. Well, I'm proud to be a part today, but I'm also proud to have been a part of the show. For this long because it's like, whenever I see a friend of mine doing bigger and better things, I try to support however I can, and I just thought it was cool that you would be shown on YouTube, and it's like, okay, she's getting to talk and voice her ideas and voice her opinions about things and having a conversation with other people. I'm like, this is cool. So yeah, I was happy to be a part of this and watch you. And Lord, sometimes you be saying stuff that's off the wall, and other times you be on point. And then truth be having to check you when you be off the wall. I'd be
Thank
like,
you, sir.
you know,
Thank you.
this is great television.
Listen,
Well, it's great YouTube, but you get what I'm saying.
I tell you what, me and him be fighting once the cameras are off. I'll be ready to slap him sometimes because he.
You know what it is? I think we should have called you earlier so you can hear Tone the whole conversation that happens from the time she walks in to the time she walks out.
Oh yeah, yeah. Listen, right before I
Listen,
came in, there was another young lady in the studio, and as I'm coming up the steps, I can smell like a girl. I'd be like the worst person for a like if I was living with a guy and he would have a girl at the house. He'd definitely be caught because I smell other women. And you asked him before I even saw who it was. I walked up the stairs and I said, "I smell a girl. Who's on my show tonight?" And they were laughing at me, but Truth and Jeff. But that's how it is
well,
with me.
I'm glad your senses work. You know, you can smell other women. That's phenomenal. But
Yes, yes.
okay.
I could definitely,
Hey,
definitely smell other women. Absolutely.
okay. Well, let's hope that's a positive thing. We don't want that to be a negative thing. You smelling some stinkholes. We don't need none of that.
Oh no, she smelled good. Like like a woman smell, like a girl, like
Okay,
a.
but Kara, what I'm saying is let's hope it remains that way. We don't need no funky smelling heifers where you at right now.
He's so country. No, you're right. Can you say funky
I'm,
again?
I'm I said funky heifers. You right. I'm bringing the South to y'all. There you go.
Funky heifer, yo. You are too much. You are too much. All right, so as I told you, we're gonna start off the show. It's a new year. I didn't make a resolution because every single time I make any type of New Year's resolution by like the third or fourth day, though it's completely over. It's over. It's done with. I done cheated, and I'm saying okay. It's always
That's fucked up.
we'll do it next year. I'm not cheated as like in relationship or anything.
You
But
said it. Don't try to cover it up
yo,
now.
you can cheat with other things.
Right.
Listen, one thing
But Kara,
Exactly.
one thing I stand firm on is I'm gonna be. Hey Craig, what's going on? I'm gonna be a lot less helpful with people that aren't as helpful with me. And this year, I'm gonna try to invest in people to help build them if it benefits me, and if it doesn't benefit me, then I'm not doing it. Period.
well, that's a good thing to do, Kara. But you know, again, I think we talked about this probably not in length, but we at least talked about it. Like New Year's resolutions are pretty dumb because it's like if you're gonna get your act together, just go ahead and get it together. You don't need to wait for January 1st to get here to get your act together. You know what I mean? Because I kind of feel like it's an excuse for people to keep doing the shit that they already doing. You know, want to wait until the first. It's like no, and you got all this time before the new year gets here. Even if it's in December, you got a whole month to do something productive to get into a better situation. So, New Year's resolutions, just personally for me, it's pretty stupid. It's played out. You know, if you're gonna get right now. Don't wait for the first of the year.
Yeah. Like, listen, my baby father told me, he goes, listen, I know we've been having a lot of problems, but 2020, I'm going to change. It's like everything's going to be okay. I got called a stupid bitch
He not.
and told to
He a
suck his
lie.
dick yesterday. I'm like, damn, it's only the third day. The fuck happened?
He a lie. He a lie. He a lie.
Yo, he done fucking lied.
Look, he wanted that $50, but you said no. So
Yeah.
he's like, you motherfucker.
Speaking the truth,
You
Tone.
didn't
Speaking
give
the truth.
Yeah.
you didn't give him $50, and all of a sudden you every cuss word in the damn hood dictionary.
Yep.
Nah,
It's,
nah.
it's okay. It is more than okay.
Mad.
It is more than okay. It's all good. Like it's a learning process, and I'm gonna get there. Like what I'm learning is that there are men out there that will do for me what I do for them, and in return show appreciation and make me feel okay rather than like garbage for doing the stuff that I do. I'll get there. I will. One thing I did say I'm gonna have more of in 2020 is some type of clarity, and so far so good. 4 days in, I think I'm doing all right. And Craig asked if we were doing call-ins now.
We starting a new year, new way, doing different things. Uh, we having a guest on phone. Now, as far as call-ins, we're still trying to work that out.
Hmm.
But we will implement that within the next month or so. I promise you.
Yeah, he's
I've
saying
just
he
got to
want to call
figure
in.
out how Goddess wants to do it. Does she want to leave it open for people just to call in and we do it that way, or she wants to talk about the segment and then do phone calls afterwards?
Oh yeah,
So
that
once
makes sense
Goddess
too.
works that out, how she wants to do that, yes, you will be able to call in now.
Okay. All right. Yeah, and I'll be more than happy to take that help from you, Craig. I promise. That'd be a good thing. And
I
Tony, I
think
know, I know you can't see it, but he got your little picture up here on the screen and stuff. I really hope you let some of your peoples know that you was with me today, so that way they can watch the
listen,
show.
listen.
Got you, Craig.
I had no I had no idea how this was gonna go, so I didn't tell nobody. But best believe once the
Oh, you
video is
watching
over
afterwards?
with,
Yeah.
I'm posting. I'm posting this all. I'm sharing this all on my page, so everybody gonna see.
We appreciate it, man. We
But
appreciate
Yay!
it. And Craig, yeah, we
but
got you, man. You wanna be the next guest? You get in contact with Goddess, and we can work that out.
and just another thing too. I think it would be a lot more neat, a lot more clean if if you guys decided to do the second option. Talk about the topic and then have guests call in because if you just have people like calling in one after the other, I think that just kind of you know
Yeah, it'd be a little
you
crazy, but that's what I said. It's part of the process. Things we're gonna work
yeah,
out, but we're gonna get it. But I agree with you
right,
on that one. But
right.
like I said, Craig, we
So
got you. Craig said he cool with that. Let's get this party started, Goddess.
All right, all right. So it was Tony's idea to talk about a little bit of the 2019 year in review. So let's go over that since we got a brand new year, brand new thing going on for the show. I'm listening to you, Tony. Shoot, baby.
okay, well, I don't know if Truth saw my post, but basically what I did was I just got an idea, and I did this long before calling in was even an idea for the show. And it was really just to be funny. But I had listed all these things, like that had happened in 2019 that I just kind of thought was crazy. Like T.I.'s daughter taking her to the OBGYN, and then Jussie Smollett lying about people beating him up and shit. And then that goddamn Popeyes chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
Like to this day, I still haven't had that motherfucker, and I don't want it.
You know
You
what it
know,
is, Tone? If you like Popeye's chicken, of course you're gonna love the chicken sandwich because it's nothing but a chicken breast without the bone. Now, yeah, they added different, sauce, mayonnaise, hot, whatever it is, and a pickle, whatever the situation may be. So of course you're gonna love it, and it's still selling off the shelf now.
You know what? I was mad when my daughter told me that she had eaten one because I swear to God, they're putting crack in those sandwiches. I haven't had one
they're
either.
absolutely putting crack in them.
Yeah.
Because here's my thing: whenever they advertise some brand new food, who the fuck goes crazy over it? It's a chicken sandwich. I don't care how much you like Popeyes. Who goes that crazy over a chicken sandwich?
It's a chicken sandwich with crack.
I seen the best
That
pun when
had
it comes to the chicken sandwiches. It was this white guy sitting in his car, and he says, "I've never tasted a Popeye's chicken sandwich, so I want to record myself. I want to tell everybody my opinion." And he bit off the sandwich, and then it clipped. Next thing you know, he had a do rag on. The next time he had a sandwich, he had a do rag. I mean, a hat to the back. Next thing you know, he talking black. He got earrings on and shit. That
I
shit had me dying.
can't.
to the bone.
I was upset with my daughter when she told me she had eaten one. And not only that, it was found to only be like 5% meat and all the rest chemical, like 95% chemical.
But see, that's what people don't understand. That's why I tell people, like, people want to compare it to Chick fil A. Chick fil A is 100% grade A white meat,
Yeah,
and they don't fry it.
right.
Everything they cook is cooked in the oven. They have a special oven, and it's cooked to order. It's not sitting there waiting for you to order it. I mean, waiting for you to order it and they hand it out. It doesn't get cooked until you order it.
Yeah. So
And you know what this reminds me of?
what?
This situation kind of reminds me of when Patti LaBelle had those pies around Thanksgiving
Yeah.
a couple of years ago, and
Mhm.
everybody went ape shit over those damn pies, and they tasted no better than what my aunties when they made their sweet potato pie. I'm like, this shit tastes the same except Patty's pie was a little sweeter. I'm
Yeah.
like, I ain't paying no $4 motherfucking for this sweet potato pie. For what?
But that's them
This shit
southern
don't give me
prices. It was more up here.
Yeah. It was like $8 up this way. You lucky
shit.
that's all
That
it
don't make no
was.
sense. Look, they don't need to call them patty pies. They need to call them diabetes pies. This shit's ridiculous.
Look, on a good day, you can find one at Walmart for about $5, and if you go all the way to the back of Walmart where they keep their almost expired stuff, you might be able to pick one up for 2. But they don't even sell the way they used to anymore. Those things used to fly off the shelves, and now it's just like a regular, sweet potato pie.
I mean,
So
everyone got used to it, just like they'll get used to the chicken sandwich. But I still see kids, when my schedule was different, I would have to pass this McDonald's, and the kids are still crowded in there, and that's their hangout spot.
yep, yeah. My kids would prefer McDonald's over any of that stuff. So it is what it is. As far
I
as
mean, McDonald's is just popular. You know, they've had like a lot of the same items for how many years now? You know, so and it's a taste. It's an acquired taste that a lot of people have gotten used to.
I love their
So they
fries.
know. I mean, and it's not good for you. We get that, but like I said, it's just something we've all been used to for so long. Something quick to just go pick up and eat when we don't feel like cooking, and you don't have to spend a whole lot of money to get it.
Yeah.
So I understand McDonald's. Like I said, it ain't good for you. So, but
Well, I mean, it
it's
depends
just
on what
something.
you order now, because they've been taking a lot of flack, and they're trying to change the menu. So if you do order the quarter pound, it's 100%
Mhm.
beef, but it's something else, it's not. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it really kind of depends what you order from there.
Yeah. I tend to only just get the nuggets, even though I saw this show about how the nuggets were made, and I said I wasn't gonna eat any more nuggets. To me, the nuggets are the best thing. In fact, I think when I leave here, I might go get me some nuggets.
Some nuggets. All right.
I think I might order me a quick 6 piece.
What else you got for us, Tone?
Okay. So another thing that was kind of, I don't know how big of fans you guys are of the show Power. You know,
Oh
on
yeah,
Stars.
Absolutely.
I can't wait till
But
tomorrow.
I get to watch mines tomorrow
now,
morning.
okay. Now you have Power, and I know how popular that show is, and I get it. But you also had Game of Thrones, and you had a lot of people who were pissed off with how the show ended.
Oh, hell yeah.
So, do you guys have any kind of are you guys kind of holding in any type of fear that Power might do the same thing? Like, are you guys kind of scared that they might have these last couple of episodes that might not be as good as what you guys have seen previously? Like, does that worry you guys at all?
I
Any
would say,
concern?
me personally, I would say yes before they decide to do spin-offs.
What is the spinoffs about?
Spin-off is like you're going to continue a character on that show separately. So let's say if Tommy survives, Tommy will have his own individual show based around him now.
Oh God.
So they're doing spin-offs. So
Okay.
if they weren't doing spin-offs, then I would say yes.
Okay.
I would have some kind of way to feel about it. But the fact that they're doing spin-offs, and I think the fact that they made episodes and they took a pause in between was like they changed a lot of the ending or how things were gonna end to help those things branch off. So as of now, 50, he's got a lot of things going, other shows, movies and stuff. So right now, he's the hot ticket right now. So I think will continue to be good shows. What do you think, Goddess?
Well, first of all, I don't think Ghost is dead. I think that
Oh, they never mentioned dead. They say shot.
who's shot, right?
Yeah, they
Even
make
the
sure they always
commercial that
say
they
shot.
got coming on and showing everybody. I don't even think he was really shot. I actually honestly think that was all in his imagination. I cannot wait to see how it plays off out tomorrow. If he is
Tomorrow
dead,
morning, guy.
you know what? Some people can watch it tonight.
That's true.
If
12
he
o'clock.
if he is dead, I think the fall alone would have done some type of damage to him. But
Man,
I honestly,
Ghost could do 20,000 push-ups. He good.
I think it's gonna end really good. We got a good. I mean, 50. He hasn't disappointed me. The here's the thing. I was never into Power when it first came on. I actually ended up binge watching season 1 through 5 about 2 years ago. What is the season that we're in? 7.
Yeah.
Okay. So I ended up watching a binge watching it and catching up to where everybody else was in order to be able to talk about it. I've not been disappointed. The only thing I would love to know is the name of the hotel where Angela and Ghost used to meet up to fuck. I need to go someplace like that where you can see like the city and the
Skyline.
windows are all big. I'm looking to be with somebody in a place like that, like as soon as possible. So if anybody knows the name of that hotel that they met up at, please let me know. But I want to book a night there. I don't care if it's
Relax, Kira. You're gonna have a whole bunch of dudes watching this show doing a whole bunch of research. You know,
Pretty
and
much.
Yo,
As soon as they
listen,
finish that research, they gonna be hitting you up like, "Hey, Kira, I found the hotel. You want to do something?"
look,
Looking
I
like
hope that's the
buckwheat.
case. Lately, I've been feeling really unwanted. I haven't even consummated my New Year yet, which sucks.
Kira, they gonna be coming at you looking like Beetlejuice and shit.
Yeah.
You don't want no parts of these crackhead looking Negroes, but hey, everybody needs love, I guess.
I guess so. But as far as Power goes, I think it's gonna end pretty good. I'm not a Game of Thrones watcher. I do not know what happened with that. I cannot really get into shows where people are speaking with those English accents because I have a really hard time understanding people with those accents, and it frustrates me. So
Well, it's not necessarily. I don't mean to. It's really more of like that. It's really more of like that. Like Scottish accent dialect. You know what I'm saying? Because again, you got to think they're going way back with it. Like this is back in like what 1500 type times. You know, back way back then.
yeah,
So the dialect, how they speak, is much different. You know what I mean? And this is before there was even an America.
yeah,
So, I mean, they're trying to make it seem like, if there was such a world like that, trying to make it realistic as possible. So the English that we do get, the English that we can understand, it's spoken in a dialect that's from way back when. So, you know, um, personally, I like it, because again, you can't have a show like Game of Thrones and these motherfuckers are speaking clear English. Like, wait, what? So, yeah, because it just doesn't make sense. Then you start to get a little, okay, well, it wouldn't be as good a show if they were just speaking clean English. So you got to
okay,
have the dialect, the accent.
I will say this, Tone. What made me a fan of Game of Thrones, first of all, was the guy from Ned Stark, the guy from The Lord of the Rings. He's the reason I started watching it. And the reason
Peter Dinklage.
huh?
You talking about Peter Dinklage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, the reason I kept watching it, because Game of Thrones was such a different show to where you didn't know if the star was going to get killed or not.
okay,
Now, when you watch a regular show, you know your main character is going to go through something from time to time,
mhm,
but they're still going to be alive.
mhm.
And the Game of Thrones, motherfuckers was dying.
See, that's crazy.
So it was like that's what made it so great. Like nobody was safe.
Okay,
Everyone had a chance to get killed off, and that's what made you want to watch. And obviously, the way it ended destroyed the entire series because the guys who were the main writers behind it wanted to go off and do Star Wars, so they didn't end it the way it could have been ended.
see, I
Which
don't
is
even know
why
how it
now
ended.
they're doing prequel shows,
Okay,
and now Martin is more have a bigger hand in those, so it won't go down the same line as this.
okay, all right.
So we both think Power is still gonna be good. What else you got for us, homie?
All right. One other thing that, and then once I mention this, we could go with Kara's topic. But something that tripped me out is you guys remember when Dave Chappelle had his comedy special earlier this year,
Yeah.
Right.
and people were just up in arms about a lot of the things that he said. Talking about the Jussie Smollett situation, talking about the trans situation and
That's
gay
hilarious.
people and all this other stuff. I'm like, first of all, who else with a platform can speak on this without people really getting offended?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's like he's making fun of the situation, but not in a way where it's like intentionally vitriolic. Like he's not really trying to like piss you guys off. But then again, if that's how you feel, then oh well, it's comedy.
Listen.
So it's like stop getting so up in arms about something that's supposed to make you laugh.
Yeah.
Because if you're not enjoying it, then just don't watch it. Turn it off.
Dave Chappelle.
But
I love him. I absolutely love him.
yeah, he's always been the guy to push, kind of like really push people to their limits with his comedy.
Hell
But he's
yeah.
still funny.
He
He's still
did that.
funny.
That White Power
I just-
episode.
Oh man, Clayton
Yeah.
Bigsby.
Clayton Bigsby breathing all the white man's air. Big old noses.
That was hilarious. That was hilarious.
White Power. To this day, that is my favorite episode of his. And
Oh man, the Players Ball. When he talked about Roselle Donna had underwear with dick holes in them,
Yeah.
that shit had me dying.
Oh, he was Prince with the basketball,
With the ass out.
blouses.
I
Shirts and
will-
blouses.
I will say this, Tone. With the situation, I think that he's the type of comedian who's always toted the line. I think they would have had no problem with anything he said until he started messing with the gay lesbian. Well, there are no such things as lesbians, but the homosexual organization, and that's when people were kind of a little up in arms. Nobody would have been mad about the whole, guy getting himself beat up or whatever. But unfortunately, again, you hit it right on the head. It's comedy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here to tell jokes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here to try to take your mind off your issues and your problems for even if an hour, 2 hour special, whatever it is. But unfortunately, you have so many people who, yes, they get up in arms over the lightest situations and they try to make a bigger deal out of it. But at the end of the day, he already cashed that fucking check.
Yeah.
And what they're going to do is they're going to make that show get even more views, which means he's going to get another fucking special.
Yep. The part.
So I mean, if you really hated what he said, you wouldn't talk about it because then now people are going to want to watch it even more. Like,
Well-
oh, what did he say? What did he say?
I will say this: I think that community has been bullies for years.
Bullies or bullies?
Bullies. They've been bullies for years. They show up on doorsteps and they don't want you. Now they can talk about you, hey, up and down, but they don't want you talking about them. And it's always like somewhat of a double standard. And I think they've got so big headed that they think they can take down anybody.
Yeah. I know as far as that community goes, I saw something on Facebook where there was a trans and he was interviewing with a radio station and he was saying that he felt like his community was doing too much by making people almost accept the fact, that there are trans, I'm gay and please look at me and please accept me. And, some people still are partial about accepting who they are and what they're about. Truth says there's no such thing as lesbians. I don't know what you call two women who dry hump each other, but
Well, that's what I'm saying. They're not dry humping each other. One's strapping on a dildo. You're a lesbian because you're attracted to a woman. A woman can't penetrate another woman other than fingers and tongue.
that's not true because
That is true.
I know.
What you gonna penetrate with your elbow?
No,
Your nose?
No. I know this girl, and she is a female, but she lives her life as a man. and she has taken a good amount of
Oh,
hormones to
Lord.
the point now where her clitoris is like almost the size of like a micro penis, and she uses that.
All right, then the girl ain't getting no stimulation. Stop playing. All right.
You
My
know,
thing is this: you're a lesbian because again, you're attracted to a woman for woman qualities and woman trait. You don't date a woman because a woman that looks like a man, that portrays herself like a man, that dresses like a
right,
man, and wears a strap on all day like a fucking man. You're not a lesbian. You're confused.
Okay, all
right.
right.
And see, that's the thing that irritates me. Because it's like, say, for example, a stud wants to, want to talk a little trash and want to get into a fight with me or something. Okay, when I whoop that ass, now you taking me to court because I put hands on a woman. Wait a minute. Hold on.
That's
Pump the brakes.
Real talk.
You got a whole, you got a haircut like a dude. You sagging your pants like a dude. You got Jordans on or Tim's. You know what I'm saying? Whole outfit like a dude. You wearing some type of bandage around your titties to hold them down so you can appear to be flat chested. And we fight. I whoop your ass. You got black eye blues and shit. And now I'm in trouble because you wanted to throw the first punch and we fight, but I'm the one in trouble. I don't see. That's what I don't like about studs. Like, and I don't understand women. What's the attraction? Seriously, why do you want to be in a relationship with a woman that looks like the the sex that you're not trying to be with? You
Um,
want to date a woman that don't look like a woman.
you know what? That was my
Wow.
very first show topic when I first started Grown Talk with Goddess. That was one of the things that we talked about. You know, like if you're gay, why is it that women tend to go for more of like the guy looking if they're gay? If it was me and I was a lesbian, I would definitely go for more of like the girly looking.
Well, see, that's the thing. Like, you're a lesbian because you're attracted to a woman.
Right.
All right. Not a woman who's portraying herself as a man. That's not a, you know what I'm saying? That you're killing me with this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You like, oh, like May. I ain't got nothing against her. I think she's super talented, but she talking about people sucking her dick. What dick? What dick?
Yeah.
What
Yo,
deep
I'm
throat,
telling
bitch?
you. Listen,
I could put my a mic down in deep throat too and say that's my dick. Come on now.
I can't.
Right.
I'm telling
And
you.
the thing that confuses me is when you getting into like y'all start to get freaky or whatever, and then you got old girl sucking a dildo, and the stud acting like she can feel that shit. Talking about some, oh yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I'm talking.
the greatest actor.
Shut
Ooh, damn, girl,
Yo,
that feel
listen.
good. Get your ass out
Shut
of
the hell up.
Yo,
You
my-
here.
can't
They
feel a
even got
goddamn-
ones that ejaculate now.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they got strap on dildos that ejaculate.
Yo, I need to hit the sex store.
Yeah.
All
They-
my sex toys is
Here, they-
done.
They've had those for. They haven't had them for a long time. They are still fairly new, but yeah, they've had those for a minute.
That's so crazy. I need something like that. All of my toys is just like,
No,
man,
you
get
don't.
this fucking girl out of here.
No, you don't.
Well,
Kira, you're gonna make a whole mess in your bedroom. Don't do it.
probably. Damn it, I don't have sex. I haven't had sex.
Because you gotta load it up, you gotta screw it on, and then you gotta tell it when to come. Like, get that shit the fuck out of here,
I
man.
want some excitement in my life. All right, so that was Tony's year in review. Just to touch upon the whole Jesse Smollett thing. I don't know if that boosted him up or brought him down, but I tell you what, nothing has happened as a result to it.
Well, when you get fired from a show, I would say that boosted you down.
He's still on Empire, isn't he?
No.
Exactly.
I mean,
No,
the
there's
shows
no
that the
more
shows that he recorded are still there, but there will be no new shows with him. And then
Oh,
and then
shit.
and
I
then
thought
they
it was still
ended
there.
Empire anyway. So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The show is over with. So even if it didn't end there for him, there's no more show for him to be on. And then I think this hurt his career in one way, in the fact that what was the purpose of doing this? Like, I just want to know what he was trying to accomplish. Like, what kind of notoriety did you think you were going to get from lying to the people about getting beat up?
Craig, crazy. You ain't like that show either. I think from his standpoint, I would say it was once you go through something, you could get better and more endorsements. Everybody else want to put their brand behind you, want to put you behind their brand, make you
Mhm.
the face of their brand to make more money. Look, it happened to Kaepernick, even though it wasn't like he got beat up or nothing, but he still got that deal from he settled out with Nike, with the NFL, and then he got that big
Right.
multi-million dollar deal with Nike.
Okay.
Yeah.
Prodigy said that Empire is not over. It's not. I don't know. I never watched the show.
I
I'm
mean,
more of
at
like a.
this,
I watched the first
at
season
this,
when Timberland was a part of the behind the music. You know what I mean? And then it got so popular. I guess Lee wanted to find someone least not as expensive, and then brought up. And then the show took a. It went from being more about music to being about a drama. And I'm like, I don't watch soap operas like that. I'm good.
All right.
I mean, the show had its moment. I ain't gonna lie, cause I watched it too, but it really got to a point where I'm just like, okay, what's the direction? Like what's happening here? Because the storylines went from like super intriguing to like so or whatever, and now to the point. I think this past season, Lucius hair was a big deal in the episode. I'm like, so we went from talking about this to this with Empire. I mean, listen, it had its success, it had its moments, but at this point, I think a lot of people are really just over it.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much, Tony. Everything that you did bring up were definitely issues of 2019. I said I would get into
Yeah,
mine. The best thing that happened to me in 2019 was having my son. Everything else was shitty. The men, they fathers, everything just shitty. My baby father told me he hope I get hit by a bus. I,
What you told her, Tone, she should have gave him that $50. He'd have praised her.
I'm saying all it took
I mean,
was
being cheap, being stingy with
10.
$50 fucking.
yo man, listen,
But I've always encouraged you to leave that motherfucker alone. It seems like every time you said you was gonna leave him alone, you went back to the motherfucker. Because now you got baby number two on the way with him. I don't know. Maybe I missed something. I was confused as hell. Cause I'm
listen,
like, wait,
I
didn't
miss,
she just say she was done with him?
yeah,
And now you pregnant with baby number two?
Well, I
Hold on.
guess when you have someone that has multiple kids, and then you want your kid, you want to be with one of them. That's one of the things, and you would try your hardest to kind of like try to make it happen, but when you start trying to force shit is when the problems and shit start to occur.
yeah.
But you hit it right on the head. But I will say this about the 2019. I tell people this: don't worry about keeping your New Year's resolution.
Mhm.
Your main thing I would say to do was to make 2020 better than 2019.
Hell yeah, I already started
That
it.
should always be the purpose.
Exactly.
Every year.
I
Make
already started it.
make this year better than last.
Yep.
Exactly.
I
Because
don't.
you can apply that to. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
No,
off.
you
It's
good. Go ahead.
okay.
But I'm just like, when it comes to just every day, do better tomorrow than what you did today.
Yep.
Because everybody makes mistakes. Nobody's perfect. We all know that. But that doesn't mean you still can't be better tomorrow.
That's right.
So, like, do better tomorrow, do better next week, do better next month, do better next year. It's just always trying to get better, always trying to find ways to improve.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Otherwise, you're going backwards, and you need to stop, collect yourself, collect your thoughts, and just try again, start over.
Aw, Tony. And don't worry, listen, the baby is due April 1st, April Fool's Day. She'll probably come like maybe 2 weeks earlier because I've had a few of them. But I promise, I promise, I promise. It ain't gonna be no more after that. Ain't gonna be no more. We actually been practicing because look, we not fucking, so. You
True.
know.
We're
What's
going to
good,
hold her
Shayla?
to it. I'm not so sure about that, but we're going to hold her to it.
Yo,
She
I
says that's
swear
going to be
to
the last
God,
one.
yo.
Yeah, I'm the same with you, Toe. I'm the same with you.
I swear to God. I swear to God. I realize that my passion and who I should be with is probably somebody of a completely different color.
Shoot, look, breaking
Yo,
shit.
my mic was upside down. I was talking to it like this. I'm just kidding. But if anybody knows a white man that I can rent to take some pictures with, let me know.
We ain't
Here,
fucking with you.
we're not doing that. We're not
Exactly.
doing that. We're not doing
Are you ready?
All right, let's do
All
it.
right, Tone, don't go nowhere. You staying with us the whole show.
Stay
all
right here, Tony. We're gonna
that.
talk about
I'm here.
a little bit about the post that I put up on Facebook the other day. Um, in regards to this right here, if you guys can redirect your little eyeballs over to the screen while I get to my Facebook post in the comments real quick.
Craig said you're going to have the baby on his born day, the 4th or the 5th.
Of what, April?
Yeah.
No, I'm not even trying to hold on that long. We go March, we good. All right. Your son is getting married, and this is what your son looks like. This is how he pulls up to his wedding. That's a picture of the guy he's marrying. Are you going?
Not if he dressed like that.
So, Toe, I want to ask. So you don't have a problem with two males. You have the problem with the fact of the way that this guy is dressed.
Exactly. Because here's my thing. Here's the major issue that I've always had when it came to homosexual guys. It wasn't the fact that they were gay. It was the fact that they had this out of world, like personality. Like talking all high pitched like this. Like you didn't talk like that before, so why are you talking like that now? And then the colors with their outfit, like all bright and shiny and shit. Like, is that necessary? Shirts cut off halfway, showing off their midsection. The super, super, super tight pants. I can't deal. It's like, and now you got straight dudes wearing them. I can't tell if these dudes are gay or straight. Like, what the fuck?
Well, I'm sorry, Tone. You in a state where you might not know what's going on.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Tony keeps telling me to move out there. I'm like, yo, everybody in Atlanta's gay.
Or the men.
Well, nah. Everybody in Atlanta is not gay, but we do have a high percentage of people who are.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, Kara, if you come in my area, you're not going to see a whole bunch of that. Now, if you go to the city, you're on your own.
Yeah.
But if you come to where I am, it's not that bad.
Okay.
But yeah, as far as like, cause see, here's the thing, and I don't have any kids, so I can't give you guys any experiences. I know you guys have kids, but I don't. But if I ever had a son, I'm not forcing him to be gay or anything like that. But if he just ends up being gay, I'm gonna support him. I'm gonna still love him because he's my kid. I'm not gonna give up on him just because he likes dudes now. Okay, you like dudes. Hey, I like pussy. So wonderful. But again, the love is still gonna be there. I think that's one thing that gay people are kind of, they don't want to tell their parents because they're afraid that the parents are gonna reject them.
Yeah.
And then even if they do muster up the courage to tell them, despite how their parents respond, they're going to live their life how they see fit. And that's the right thing to do. Don't stop living just because your parents don't like it. Keep doing what you need to do. But again, like, my son had better been the one in the white as opposed to the red. Because, you dress like that, I'm sorry. I can't come. You put yourself in a tux. Dress like a man. You're a man. You're a man.
That's
dress
so
like a man, please.
Let me get to
because again, it's like the same thing we were talking about with the studs. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta dress like a dude if you're
you're a man. You're attracted to a man. You
right.
can't be attracted to a man dressing like a woman.
Right. Let that shit be known. You're a dude and you like other dudes, so dress like a dude.
I mean, not to mention,
because
dude
everybody
got a full
knows
beard.
you guys are gay, so it's a gay wedding.
That nigga shape up better than mine, yo.
You know what?
I'm saying. I'm kind of jealous.
I can't.
But whatever.
Let me get to a couple of the comments. Shout out to Bruce Leroy Jones, which is actually a mutual friend of both me and Tony. He said he'll go with the screw face the entire time. He's going, but he's going to have a screw face. Tony, silly ass, said he's bringing his bitch with him. And he had a picture of I didn't understand it at first, but a man's head on top of a bottle of Hennessy. Only Tony. Shout out to Lina Judah. He said he's gonna disown his pussy ass before the wedding, so he ain't going.
Nah, yeah.
Monique
But again,
Winona, huh?
no, I'm sorry. I was just saying again. It's just dude in a dress. That's too much. That's too much.
Monique Winona, she said yes, Hunty, she's going. Ghost of Rockefeller, he said hell no. At that point, what son? He ain't got no son. Yanni Lanes, she said she sure would. I support my son in anything, and as an adult, I'll trust that he knows himself and what he wants. I'm gonna just have to let his boo know these hands are bisexual, and he'll get beat up for hurting his baby, hurting her baby. Javonna Cree, shout out to him. He said it's a shame. Sandra Ortiz, she said I'd go. It's my son no matter what. If he or she is happy, so am I. D James, I was happy to hear from her. She said even though I'm a lesbian, I really don't want my son to be gay. I know
Wow.
that would be wrong, of course. I would love him and support him.
Wow. Okay.
So
I-
Oh,
she's married to a woman. She is openly a lesbian. She does have kids, but she would not want her own child
I
to
would
be
love
gay.
for her to elaborate on that. See if she would love to hold a
yeah.
conversation on that. Because that's no, it's
Dude,
different. Because usually, a lot of people grow up in a specific household. That's what they grow up seeing. So that's what they grow up being
Right.
attracted to. But for her to say the fact that she is, well, she's attracted to women. I ain't gonna say she's a lesbian. She's attracted to women, but she doesn't want her son to be attracted to men.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Shout out to Danielle.
That's a contradiction.
Yeah. I'll find out from her what she says. She said, I don't have any sons, but I'll support my nephew. But my nephew likes girls. But yeah. Shout out to Abdul Farid Obligatory. He said, not going to be able to do it. Darrell. Oh, excuse me. Truth.
That's right. My name is Darrell. It's all right.
Darrell commented on the post. He said it was a great one. It's going to make a lot of people mad, but those people that know me know I only speak the truth. If you are gay or homosexual or lesbian, you are attracted to the same sex, a man dating a man who dresses like a woman, acts like a woman, betrays their life like a woman, is not gay. He's confused.
Preach.
You know what? That was what Truth
I
said.
mean, again, because when you're looking at this picture, it's like, what is the point of this? Why are you in a dress, my guy? Because again,
Well, I
it's
mean,
one
Getting
thing.
married.
I would say this. I don't mean to cut you off, Tona. I'm sorry. I just want to say this. It's not like he's a guy who had implants. He cut his penis off. No, this nigga look like he does
It's a-
20,000 push-ups a day. This nigga got a full lined up beard. Like, come the fuck on.
Yeah. Not even
And you
shit.
got makeup on, you got jewelry on,
He got a little bun.
and I'm pretty sure he's wearing some fucking heels too.
Yes,
yes,
he is.
So-
yes.
You can see the heels when he's
And-
stepping.
That's what doesn't make no sense to me. It's like you're going all out just to give the appearance that it's a male female wedding. But again, if people already know that this is a gay wedding, two dudes getting married, why the fuck would you dress up in a why would you dress up in a dress?
True.
Jay
No
put it
wig.
well. 1 second, so she said a well-organized lie will always defeat an unorganized truth. I like that.
Who said that?
Chayla.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I was
That's true.
jacking it. I apologize.
That's true.
But put it perfectly.
yeah.
A well-organized lie will always defeat an unorganized truth.
Yeah.
Fire.
He's always saying some good stuff. You know, he.
That's very true though.
I
Because
appreciate that.
if you work on it and you put it together, spend time on crafting your lie, whatever it's about, and people actually buy it, well, there you go.
Yeah.
There's your victory. You just better hope it doesn't come back and bite you on the ass.
Right.
But it shouldn't if you put time into putting all the elements of the lie together.
Yep. Back to the comments. Ava Adams, she was the first female who straight said, I'm not going, automatic disown. She was the first female that would disown her son, which I was like, wow. Martez Bender, he said, nah, I'll pass. James Harper, he said, nah, I wouldn't want to be there at all. Richard Wells said, nope. Justin Natal said, as long as he's not wearing that dress, He can wear it on his honeymoon. I'd rather see my son get married in a tuxedo no matter who or what he's marrying.
Fire.
There you
Hmm
go. There you go. There
Garrett
you go.
Garrett Suber, he said neither of my son wouldn't disrespect me like this, so it's a no worry. So I guess he would feel like, disrespected if that were to happen. Rob Walker, he said, I don't care no matter what. I will always love and support my son, no matter what his sexual whatever what sexuality he chooses. It's our job as parents to teach them love, and to teach them guidance. Demonizing them and disowning them, what the hell is wrong with you people? He was mad. Alan Gales, he said, yeah, I'm going, but if my son in the red dress, I'm gonna have to shave. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to have him shave. Otherwise, he looks crazy. Shout out to Wilma. She said, yep, I'm love him no matter what. I'm going. Shout out to Keshawn. He said, hell, fuck no. He ain't going. And the last comment came from Edith Shantana. She said, of course, you loved him no matter what he does or does not do in this world. It's between him and God. I will always love and support my children.
I want to ask this question.
Now,
Go ahead, Tom. Go ahead.
all right, yeah. One of those final comments that you said, Kira, talking about uh, if the dude was in a dress, that he would need to shave, and then things will be fine. But that kind of that don't make no damn difference. Why are you in a dress? Get a tux, shave it. He could keep the facial hair, just put a tux on. So miss me with the shaving part. Just put a tux on.
Mm-hmm.
But go ahead, Truth. My bad.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good. Now, read that last part again.
Okay, the very last comment.
All right, I apologize. I do want to say this for those people who are so stickler on the book in the Bible, which tells you this is not something that should be happening. But then you want to say God is blessing it. How is he going to bless something that he doesn't, in his eyes, according to the book, it's something he frowns upon.
Mm-hmm.
So why would he bless something he frowns upon? Just putting it out there.
Listen, the whole gay and religion thing has got me like kind of bugging out, especially because so many gay pastors have come out like within the past couple of years, and I've never been able to understand how I feel like if I walk into church with all the kids I have unmarried, I would catch on fire. But these guys are straight duking each other in the ass and coming into church, and they're not afraid.
Well, I mean, here's the thing: start your own church. Serious.
Mm-hmm.
Start your own church.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, shit. Scientology could do it. You could do it. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
Prodigy goes to an all gay church.
There you go. You know what I mean? It just, but I mean, start your own religion. Because you can't be reading out of the same book that's telling you everything you're doing is wrong.
Right.
You know?
You're
and
right.
it's crazy. I tell people about that book, that Bible. People always pick and choose what they want to follow and what they don't want to follow.
Right.
And it's this pastor that's getting a lot of focus now. And I always keep reposting his shit, and I always get flack for it. And he's going ape shit in on all the big preachers. Celebrating Christmas, saying when Jesus was born, the motherfuckers taking offerings. I always said that. And he went on. The Bible tells preachers to have a fucking job. He said, I got a job.
Right.
I got 4 kids and I got a job.
Oh yeah, I saw that the other day on your
Yeah,
page.
so he's not just saying it, he's telling you in the scripture where it says it.
Yeah.
So it's not like he's just telling you things. He's saying it and he's showing you in the book where it's telling you he's right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Get a job. You ain't supposed to be taking money from your congregation.
Listen.
Right. And the crazy thing about church, especially nowadays, is like back when I went, it was cool. You got to meet people, talk to them, even if they were the same people you see on the regular. Just to be able to converse with them, and talk about, what it says in the Bible and all that stuff. Have relationships with people. All that was fine. I didn't have a problem with none of that. But nowadays, it just seems like it just doesn't seem like it's about religion anymore. Because again, what's the headline? Pastor then brought out some 200 women to a resort just to lick their asses, talking about once I do this,
Yeah, for
you
fertility.
can go to heaven.
You got the
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm looking
you
at
know what
him.
I'm saying?
I,
And the crazy thing about it is, why are we hearing this now from so many pastors? You know, it wasn't brought to light back when I was going to church, but now all of a sudden it's a problem. You know what I
mm-hmm.
mean? And then don't get me started on the Catholic Church, like all the crap that's happening with them. You know, like just what was it? A couple of months ago, something happened with a Catholic church in Pennsylvania
Well, I mean,
where
that's a
they busted.
Catholic Church is $1 billion organization that continues to pay people to go away.
Oh my God.
Okay, got us read those. Hold on one second, Tone. Got
All
us read
right.
those comments in the chat real quick.
Okay, from Che Leah, he's going off. Sexuality is one thing. Nature speaks volume, no matter what the voice screams loudest. Craig is saying, I'm going to have fun, but the gay's going to jump me because of my mouth. Shay Leah, he said, religion destroys spirituality. The book of Revelations was discovered before the book of Genesis. People think that the Bible is one book. It's a collection of 66 with several missing, Jubilee and Enoch, etc.
Preach.
If God made us in his image, then who taught gay practices with only a handful of people in the garden? Craig said, religion is fake. It's a way to control the people.
And again,
Ooh.
we always say with the proper amount of words, you can move mountains.
Yeah.
You know, you can. You had the guy who told all his followers he was Jesus, wearing glasses now. Jesus needs prescription glasses, just so he can impregnate all these 15, 16-year-old girls.
That's crazy. That's so crazy.
I don't make no damn sense.
Mm.
And you know what really irritates me about a lot of the followers of these people is the fact that they use religion or whatever they believe in. You know, so it's like the person that's preaching it, they use that particular religion or whatever it is the pastor is saying to them as a means of, just follow. Like they don't, they just let these guys tell them anything, and they go for it.
And that's
And
why. Sorry, so get.
no, you good. I'm just saying, like they let them tell them pretty much anything, and they go for it because it's, like what the pastor is telling them. Like,
Written in
'cause
stone.
people have they have that thing where, oh, my pastor's never led me wrong, or he's never told me nothing wrong, or all this, that, and the third. But the second your pastor tells you this, you don't find this particular request weird, none whatsoever. You don't think
Yeah.
this is a bit off the wall. You just
Yes.
gonna walk into this all types of faith in what he's trying to get you to do, despite how actually gross and nasty this really is.
Mhm.
You just gonna do it anyway because he's never led you astray. Man, watch out. Miss me with all that. And that's the thing that's a problem I'm starting to have with a lot of pastors nowadays. It's like, what's the real message are you trying to send to these people? Do you even care about your congregation that you're
Right.
preaching to?
They care about those ties. They don't care about the
Exactly.
congregation. They care about those ties.
Exactly.
Yeah, listen, they'll send that basket around several times. Like when my daughter does hang out in Brooklyn with her father, they will take her to church. My daughter has come home and has told me stories about how they, like for the envelope for the ties is $100, and then if you put anything less than
It's supposed to be 10% of whatever you bring in for that time period.
that's so crazy.
And what it was supposed to be, they was supposed to make your whole entire congregation a whole, which you can offer. If you take everybody ties in that church, you can offer free daycare.
Mhm.
You can build complexes to have free housing.
Mhm.
So if you're making $15 an hour and you got free daycare, free housing, it's
Mhm.
like getting paid $25, $30 an hour.
Yeah.
And that's what this stuff and community was meant for. The Bible tells you Jesus had a job for a fucking reason.
Yeah.
But I always tell people, you have some people who believe in themselves more than they believe in everybody else.
Yeah.
And they're never going to change. So you got a guy tell people he need another jet.
Yeah.
To put in the offering because he needs another jet.
Listen, don't get me started on Creflo Dollar. That man is a bum. He a bum.
Well, look at
I don't
Kanye.
care.
Kanye out here trying
Well,
to do the
Kanye,
same shit.
he ain't stupid. He wanted. That's why I tell people
$500 a service.
he not trying to go back to that poverty. He trying to get that. Look at Mace. Mace went from Mace murder to Mace pastor
Yeah.
to have all these people pay to have him come out to preach because all the people's gonna flock in there.
Uh-huh.
And even if they only paid him $1,000, they brought in 10,000
Yep. Yep.
because everybody wanted to be there during that time, so they were going to pay their tithes. And unfortunately, it's a business now. It's not the way it was meant to be. You know, it tells you Jesus washed somebody else's foot.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't wash. He ain't wash. They ain't wash his. You know, he ain't take them out to dinner. They fed him.
Yep. Yep.
You know, so it tells you.
That's so crazy.
Oh, we have to do a whole show about that.
Yeah, we got to do a whole show about religion now.
Yeah.
Like between Craig and Shaylia, we definitely got to get one of them on, to talk to us about that. They're going crazy in the comments right now.
Read them.
Didn't they-
Okay, Shaylia is saying, in order for the truth to sustain, it must penetrate like an arrow. At that, it's likely to hurt. Craig said, preachers are the best hustlers, and they pay taxes on the drug money. That's crazy.
Well, see, the greatest thing about what people don't understand why so many people start their own churches is because it's tax free.
Yeah.
That's one thing the government and Uncle Sam or IRS are scared to fuck with.
Yeah.
And that's church. And the reason why is if you church the Baptist, now you got to tax the Catholic too.
That's
now
true.
the Catholic organization is the billion-dollar organization. Now, mind you, you go to any poverty neighborhood, you'll see 5 Catholic churches.
Yeah.
You'll see 10 Baptist churches. But you go to these rich areas, you'll see one of each.
That's true. That is true. They're doing good enough standing alone. They don't need a whole bunch of them. But
yeah, the Catholic religion is deep because it's not just deep here in America, but you think about all the other countries across the world where Catholicism is taught. You know what I mean? It's heavy in Europe, and it's even heavy in like the Latin American community.
yeah.
So Catholicism takes. I'm not gonna throw out no guesstimates, like no percentages or anything like that, but I know it's taught a whole lot of places across the world. So if it's deep in America, please believe it's deep in a whole lot of other countries across the world.
I believe it. All right. Well, definitely about a couple of weeks in, I'll definitely get a good topic on religion, and we'll talk about it a lot more. It went from going to your gay son's wedding to this. Prodigy just commented that Hackensack got 97 churches, and I believe she would know that. 'Cause
Agreed.
she's very much so into the different churches and religions and all that stuff. That's crazy to me. And I don't go to a single one of them because I'm afraid I'm going to catch on fire when I walk in. So
Preach.
shut up. All right. So those are the comments on this topic. Thank you guys for commenting on me. I want to go into a blend of what my topic is about next week, which kind of branches off of the G-spot conversation that we had from last week in regards to a suitable amount of time 2 people should be making love. And then that'll be my show topic going into next week. So I just wanted to get everybody's opinion real quick. Truth, Tony, what you guys think about the amount of time that 2 people should be making love? Talk about it, and then it'll bleed until next week's show.
I will say this. I don't think there is a set amount of time. I just think there has to be foreplay. Unfortunately, a lot of guys like to just rape and stick a dick in. No, get her aroused, get her nice and wet, get her hot and bothered. She'll let you skeet on her face. That's all I'm just saying.
Okay. Just real quick, I would like to say that I haven't been stimulated from sex since 2017. For me, it's always been, okay, let's lick the hands, lift the cheek, and get my dick in there. I don't know what foreplay is. I haven't had it.
That's a damn shame. Oh, Kara, that's
Yo,
a shame,
word, I
baby.
swear to God. Like, I'm not even lying right now. I'm so sexually deprived. It's sad. The next guy that gets me, oh my goodness. He's going to be bringing out the wild child in me. I'm going to be putting it on his ass. But I don't know what it's like to be stimulated sexually. But I will say, because it takes anywhere between 15 to 20 minutes to stimulate a G spot the right way, I would say that good sex should last no more than 25 minutes. What do you think, Tony?
Um, honestly, I feel like good sex when you get that stimulation, you get that arousal from both parties. Good sex can last as long as it needs to. I don't think you can really put. I agree with
You
Truth.
just see
I
what
don't think you can really put a
you see
time
what Craig
on it
just put?
Yeah.
because what happened?
No, go ahead, Tone. Go
I,
ahead.
I'm reading the comments.
Oh, oh yeah. No, I was just saying. I don't think you can put a time frame on it because again, if both of y'all are into it and both of y'all know what you're doing, then the sex can be great for up to a freaking hour. I'm just saying.
I don't know.
Or it could be. I'm saying it can be. I'm not saying it will be, but it could be. But or it could be good for up to 25 minutes, like you said, Kara, 30, 35.
Well,
It
I'm
doesn't
used to
matter.
like anywhere between
I
five to
think.
7 minutes. So
Well, see, again, there's no compatibility with the dudes that you're fucking, or with the dude that you're fucking.
that's
There's no
for sure.
compatibility there. He ain't
Listen,
he ain't doing nothing to stimulate your mind.
that's for sure. He ain't
Remember
doing
what
nothing
Smokey
to stimulate shit.
remember what Smokey said. Stimulate your mind,
Stimulate
man.
your
So
mind,
he
Smokey.
ain't doing shit to stimulate you. He ain't doing nothing to turn you on or nothing.
That's
It's like you
true.
said, stick your dick in and go.
That's
He's
it.
treating you like a fast food restaurant.
4 minutes.
Here,
Four
here's your
minutes.
money, give me my food, go. You
That's
put your
normal for
dick
me.
in, bust a nut, and then he rolls out. It's
Basically,
like a business transaction for him,
that's what I'm
you
used
know.
to. That,
So,
that's what I'm
and
used
then
to.
now you took the man's $50 away, so he ain't coming to fuck you no more.
Yo,
So
we
it
haven't
is what
fucked
it
since
is.
July, so and I
Well,
swear to God on
yeah.
my children that is the truth. I'm telling you, it's been since
So
July. That's the last time.
I
So
wouldn't put a time frame on it. So like I said, if you're compatible, y'all got the arousal down pat. Sex can last however long you want it to last.
okay,
Hell, knock each other out. Put each other to sleep. Is what I say.
okay,
You know.
all right. So next week we're talking about what makes good sex last, how long it should last. I'm gonna put something up on my Facebook page. Get a couple of comments going there. We'll talk to we'll talk about the comments on next week's show, and we'll take it from there. Get everybody's opinion on it. I see Craig is going off. He said, "Good sex don't have a time limit," and he says it should take as long as it takes her to get the. It should
Harlem
take
Shake.
as long as it should to get her to do the Harlem Shake. I haven't done the Harlem Shake since
But that's
16.
what I think. He made a great point that when both parties get theirs, that's a good sex.
Okay. Look, I don't know.
That's definitely good sex.
I get mine on my own. I'm having good sex with my Hitachi hand one. That's about it. He's wiping tears. Look, I got tears coming down my face too. All right, guys. Tony.
Maybe
Uh,
maybe me and Truth or maybe some other friends could hire you a Mandingo escort, and maybe he'll hit all the spots that you need. We'll get him for your birthday or something.
I'm
Okay.
with you on
I don't
that
know.
one. So I'm with you on that
I
one.
need it. I
I
need
want
it.
to thank you for tuning in, man. Thank you for being a guest. I appreciate
Yes.
all that.
Yes, Tony.
Yeah,
We made it
no
work.
problem. I enjoyed it. Yeah, we did. I enjoyed being on the show, man. This was fun. I
Yes.
like it.
Listen, this is one thing right here I look forward to doing every single week. I hate getting up, going to work. Remember, you called me the other morning, almost at 4:30 in the morning. I'm up getting ready for work and stuff. That for me is a drag. But when it's something like this, because I love doing this so much, I'm here and I'm ready for it every single week. And I appreciate everybody who tunes in. Truth, I appreciate you. You
Always.
know I do. Tony, thank you, thank you, thank you. I had so much fun today. I look forward to future shows with you know more discussion and more people that can call in and can talk to us live. You know, I appreciate all of this. Thank you.
So now we got to go from doing shows like this to call-in shows to maybe video chat to having, maybe set it up to where you guys can travel from city to city and have shows and have guests on. You know what I'm saying? So again, like I said about day to day doing better and better. your show week to week, doing bigger and better,
Thank
bigger
you.
and better. So I
Thank
look
you.
forward to it.
Thank you. Yay. It's so exciting. All right, guys. Thank you so very much for tuning in to this week's edition of Grown Talk with Goddess. Look out for my Facebook post. Find me on Facebook, either Kara Keral period Jones or Kara Lynette Lynyette Jones. You can also email me at growntalkwithgoddess at yahoo.com. Any type of show topics or if you just want to converse with me, I'm there. I check my emails really quickly as soon as I get the notification. Truth again, thank you so very much, Tony.
Always.
Thank you so very much. I hope to see this on your page, Tony, and I hope you can maybe get some of your followers and friends to click and subscribe. If you have not gone to YouTube yet, go to YouTube, click and subscribe for notifications for all of the shows that are on the network. And once again, Happy New Year, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to this week's edition of Grown Talk with Goddess. Bye, Tony.
All right now. For
Thank you,
having me on,
baby.
Kara.
Okay, I'll
Thanks,
call you in a
Truth.
little bit.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. See you guys.